Do it. Do it. Jump it.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. The truth shall set you free. We say it a lot on this program. Free at last, free at last. Praise God, I'm free at last. Jacob Chansley is saying right now he has been released 14 months early. Who is Jacob Chansley? Well, you know, Bison Man, Chewbacca, Buffalo Man. The QAnon shaman, so-called, has been set free. The so-called QAnon shaman who pled guilty to storming the U.S. Capitol on January 6th had been released from prison to a halfway house 14 months early. Jacob Chansley, 35, is now going to be set free on May the 25th of this year after Tucker Carlson released bombshell exculpatory evidence of his innocence. Wow. In case you're wondering if you have the ability to change the things that are bad or wrong inside of your society, well, look no further than this story. Jacob Chansley, released from prison 14 months early. Jacob Chansley will be moved to a halfway house. That's sort of like a probationary home. This is Jacob Chansley. His lawyer, Albert Watkins, said it is appropriate that the gentle, intelligent young man be permitted to move forward next stages that will be undoubtedly a law-abiding and enriching life. Jacob Chansley has been set free because the government is realizing that the incredible amount of demonstrable and exculpatory evidence that they hid about Jacob Chansley inside the Capitol is now going to blow back on them. This is a move not of power, but of fear by our federal government. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a scalp for Tucker Carlson, who began his January 6th insurrection investigation with this clip.
Conspiracy theorist dressed in outlandish costume who led the violent insurrection to overthrow American democracy. For these crimes, Chansley was sentenced to nearly 4 years in prison, far more time than many violent criminals now receive. What did Jacob Chansley do to receive this punishment? To this day, there is dispute over how Chansley got into the Capitol building. But according to our review of the internal surveillance video, it is very clear what happened once he got inside. Virtually every moment of his time inside the Capitol was caught on tape. The tapes show that Capitol Police never stopped Jacob Chansley. They helped him. They acted as his tour guides. Here's video of Chansley in the Senate chamber. Capitol Police officers take him to multiple entrances and even try to open locked doors for him. We counted at least 9 officers who were within touching distance of unarmed Jacob Chansley.
9 officers. So, okay, tell me a little something here. What does it look like when your crime is facilitated by the police? What does that mean? What if you try to rob a bank and the police officer lets you into the bank, helps you get to the register, open the register for you, and said, "There's the cash, take it out"? What does that mean? Well, it, at the very least, legally means that the police officer is accessory to the crime, that the police officer gets charged too. So where's the charges for these cops? Oh, let's see here. They lie. They lie. They wanted this guy to become the face of the insurrection because this guy looks like an insurrectionist. This is central casting. These people love Hollywood. They love the sick and the blackness of Hollywood and the stupidity of the central programming inside of Hollywood. They love it. They love the control. And they love casting characters. They saw this guy with the buffalo horns and they cast him as a character. That is why they gave him the white glove treatment and brought him down to the floor of the Senate so that they could get images like this inside of this article, which is the response from the federal government about Jacob Chansley. Federal government responded after Tucker Carlson's bombshell footage. And what did they say? Well, they lied. In court filings, federal prosecutors said that the video that Tucker showed did not show Chansley facing off with officers outside of the Senate chamber when Chansley refused to be escorted out of the Capitol by an officer and only left after being forcibly removed. This is the government telling you this inside of the pages of CNN. The government won't show you this footage. So here we go. You have the officers walking into the Capitol saying, hit the bricks. And guess what the guys do? They hit the bricks. They walk away. In fact, you can see here, Jacob Chansley, there at the well of the Capitol. He had just been praying for the officers. Jacob Chansley peacefully following the orders of the officers to the letter, and then thanking the officers. Says, thanks, guys. There he is with the flag.
Thank you, officers.
Okay, there's a thank you to the officer.
Thanks for your patience. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for your patience. We really appreciate it. Jacob Chansley, right there. What happens for the rest of the video? He peacefully gets walked out of the building. Jacob Chansley doing his Jacob Chansley thing, yelling freedom. Yes, got it. Mel Gibson, Braveheart, whatever. Nobody's saying the guy isn't a character, but it ain't illegal to be a character. Now is it? There's Jacob Chansley then leaving the building. It's footage like this that calls for, that is why Elon Musk called for Jacob Chansley's release. Elon Musk saying that Jacob Chansley was wrongfully prosecuted. These people lie. This entire article is a lie. Shame on you, Holmes Librand, whoever the hell this guy is, for CNN. Soy, sitting there just regurgitating and vomiting federal lies into your face. Speaking of federal lies, how many federal armed agents were inside of the Capitol building that day? Well, we now have footage. Here's footage showing uniformed police officers finding plainclothes police officers on the street.
Asking this respectfully, is anyone armed?
Yes, we're all police.
Police? Yeah, law enforcement.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all police. Oh, God, this is on January 6th. And all these guys, who are all police, pull out their badges. Oh, what do you know? Well, look at that. Dressed as MAGA supporter. That one guy's in camo. That one guy's wearing digicam.
Asking this respectfully, is anyone armed?
Yes, we're all
Anyone
police.
armed?
Law enforcement.
Anyone armed? Look at them laugh at each other. There you go. Now, what did these police officers go ahead and do? Well, now we're finding this out from other court filings. We're finding out that these police officers engaged in the actual violent activity on January 6th. Here's body cam footage.
Drain the swamp. Drain the swamp.
Here's police body cam footage. Hey, you look like Antifa, says this guy. Hey, you look like Antifa. Well, what did they do? Well, he started behaving like Antifa.
Let's go. Go.
Go!
Help him up. Help him up.
Help him up!
Help him up.
Well,
Push him up. Push him up.
push them up! Get onto the scaffolding. There he is.
Leave it.
That's the police officer actually assisting. This is an undercover Metropolitan Police officer actually assisting in the protesters behaving criminally. Because they were breaking into the Capitol, and that's what they charged these guys with, right? Breaking into the Capitol. No one's been charged with insurrection. Every one of them has been charged with disorderly conduct, breaking into the Capitol, disrupting an official ceremony. Fedsurrection. Fedsurrection. In case you're wondering, listen to these police officers. Look at these police officers shouting, "Our house, our house." And the police officers then encouraging and pushing the guys to go into the Capitol and behave violently. You know what these guys did? They actually orchestrated it. This is why we call it the Fedsurrection, okay? They're orchestrating the illegal activities that day, and nobody wants to comment on it. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about it. Christopher Wray is perfectly happy to tell you all manner of lies, but boy, is he ever nervous when you ask him about confidential human informants inside of the audience.
Does the FBI have confidential human sources? Did the FBI have confidential human sources embedded within the January 6th protesters on January 6th of 2021?
This is Clay Higgins.
Congressman, as I'm sure you can appreciate, I have to be very careful about what I can say about when.
Even now, because that's what you told us 2 years ago.
May I finish? About when we do and do not, and where we have and have not used confidential human sources. But to the extent that there's a suggestion, for example, that the FBI's confidential human sources or FBI employees in some way instigated or orchestrated January 6th, that's categorically false.
Dude, we literally have the footage of you instigating and organizing it. We have the undercover police footage of police encouraging and acting criminally So one, this is a total lie. Two, people are literally getting off their cases because police encourage them to go into the building. There's a J6er who had all charges dropped against him because he was able to prove that the police just welcomed him in. The police assisted in the quote-unquote criminal activity that day.
Did you have confidential human sources dressed as Trump supporters inside the Capitol on January the 6th prior to the doors being open?
Again, I had to be very careful.
It should be a no. Can you not tell the American people no? We did not have confidential human sources dressed as Trump supporters positioned inside the Capitol.
Gentleman's time has expired.
You should not read anything into my decision not to share information.
Director Ray,
confidential.
Gentleman's time has expired.
Okay, yeah. Look at this guy running Benny Thompson to disgrace the name Benny. He also spells it like a little teenage girl, not like a man. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a total cover-up. It's obviously confirmed now. And what are they so scared of? Why is Christopher Wray? You've never seen this guy scared. Why is he shaking there? Well, he's shaking because of something called the Brady rule and a Brady violation. That means that the federal government, when they're hiding information, which is what they did with Jacob Chansley, this is why Jacob Chansley is being sprung from prison. They hid information from him, exculpatory information. They want to get this guy out of jail as soon as possible because if he appeals his sentence, then he could go after the entire demon dragon that is at the core of the FBI and the Federal Department of Justice. A Brady violation means that you must give exculpatory evidence to the defense. Our in-house legal analyst, Mike Davis, told us this recently.
Supreme Court case called Brady versus Maryland from 1963 that says that prosecutors must make available to defendants and defense counsel exculpatory evidence that would tend to show that they're innocent of the crime with which they're charged. And you can't just say, look, there are 44,000. We don't even know if Jacob Chansley's first lawyer even had access to these videos back in September of 2001 when Jacob pled guilty to these bogus crimes and got sentenced to 51 months in prison. But even if the Justice Department said, sure, defense counsel, you can go to the Capitol. Remember, it's 44,000 hours of tapes. And Judge Royce Lamberth should issue a show cause order asking why he should not find Brady violations here and sanction these attorneys and throw out Jacob Chansley's conviction. Now,
there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Throw it out. And that's what's happening right now. Now, some are saying that this is just a matter of routine prison policy. Nope. No. Because what you're seeing here is maximum charges always brought against these J6ers. They are bringing down, they want shock and awe. They've said so against their fellow Americans. Evil, vicious people. We love to see the power of this movement and the power of those who seek truth brought to bear in moments like this. It is so important. If you behaved criminally, if you punched cops or things like that, you do belong in prison. You shouldn't fight cops. You shouldn't, smash government buildings. Antifa and BLM do that. And if these people are members of Antifa and BLM, they should be unmasked and exposed, obviously. That's what should have happened there. And there's plenty of footage showing peaceful sightseers inside of the crowd that day. That's what the vast majority of people were, including Jacob Chansley. And we are very, very glad that he is getting out. And we hope that he goes on Tucker's show or our show very soon. Fighting for a better America with you. It's your boy Benny. See ya. Thank you for watching. Our channel is here to meme the libs until they cry and then to meme them crying. Their tears, they taste just like sweet, delicious ice cream. Salty, too. We ridicule the establishment and the libs because of you. Your support keeps us going. So if you like what you saw, please